All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Southern Broadcasting Gaming Network. I am Richard Hurst, and we are here tonight with Impact Racing League, presented by Exotic Mobile Marketing. And tonight with me in the booth is going to be the one and only Mr. Grant Turner. Grant, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Doing pretty good, doing pretty good. We are here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, one of my favorite tracks. We're going to be here for 120 laps. Should be pretty exciting as Atlanta has pretty much turned into one of those super speedways, since the repaving. How you feeling about tonight, Grant?
I think it's going to be an interesting race. Atlanta is indeed now a super speedway, especially with that red line rule that we're usually a double yellow. But one thing that I've always heard and one thing I've always told others, Atlanta may be a super speedway, but it's in a super speedway with tire wear.
Absolutely. Coming in, they have been off for a little bit of time, but, coming off of Dover, we're going to take a look at those points. And it looks like Patrick Hernandez is going to be in that number one position with 313 points, with Mobley going to be right there behind him. Devin Johnson going to be sitting in third. Eric Wolf going to be sitting in fourth. McCarty, he's going to be sitting in fifth. Josh Privet going to be sitting in sixth there. And Palma is seventh. Got Harrell in eighth. Bates in ninth. You got Dominic Previtt in 10th. And
Stroney.
Stroney is in 11th. And Gregory is in 12th. Right underneath right above the cutoff line.
Well, it looks like qualifying's already finished up here.
Yes, sir, indeed. And it looks like we got about 8 drivers. We're going to go ahead and pull up that running order. And Grant, I'll let you go ahead and take that running order.
Well, right now on pole, it's going to be the 33. It's Alexander Palma. Followed on the outside is Joe Tardif in the 88. Third place goes to Devin Johnson in his 31 machine, followed by Eric Wolf in his 51. Dominic Privet is in fifth place, followed by Josh Privet. Then it's Travis Stroney and Patrick Hernandez rounding out the rest of the field.
Yep. I'm just waiting for them to load into the track. This is the smallest field that I've seen so far with Impact. Usually they have a really big field, so they told me they will be putting on a show here tonight, and like I said, we're just waiting for them to load in.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. Maybe some of them are still trying to recover from. I overheard that they had a DW12 Delara race during the July 4th, so maybe some of them are still recovering from that.
Absolutely. Well, Grant, how was your July 4th? I don't think I've talked to you since then.
Uh, it has been a long time since you and me talked. July 4th was actually kind of nice. I spent the time just doing a practice league race at the Chicago Street Circuit. Pretty much it. My 4th of July actually happened the weekend before at my parents' house, so I had the day off and just had fun playing games.
Well, we got
How
5.
about yours?
Mine was actually pretty good. I kind of relaxed a little bit. Mark actually came up just before July 4th, and he spent a couple days up here with me. That was a pretty fun time when raced some go karts and just went over a few things on the streams. But other than that, it was great. And it looks like we were having some trouble with some cars on the track. We only got 4 loaded in. I don't know.
It looks like the time has been extended. Maybe a few of them asked for it. Maybe taking a quick bathroom break, realizing how quick the time went.
Yep, and we got a couple of viewers out there in chat, and we appreciate y'all stopping by, spending your evening with me, and we will have a side-by-side tonight, and that there is going to be that screen, and Grant is going to have his screen up. Uh-oh, we lost another one.
It's going to be an interesting race, to say the least, either way. Oh, he's back.
He's back. Well, I do have to say, looking at some of these cars, they look very nice. I can't get a close up until they get out of the.
I mean, we still have Alexander Palma in that Skull 33.
You know, it looks like Joe Tardif. He is running the exotic mobile marketing 51, or excuse me, 88. I like that Monster 51.
Yeah, that does look really nice. It's a nice little touch of that 51 numbering being that kind of slant, if you saw that. There it is. It seems to just match the Monster logo.
Yeah.
It's a small little detail, but some people can appreciate that. You see Dominic Privet's in a Napa livery this week.
Oh, what's going on with my SDK? SDK is working, but it is not working, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to redo it real quick. There we go. It's up. All right, it looks like we are getting rolling. And Palma's going to be out there in front in that number 33. Got Tardif starting on his outside in that 88 Chevy Camaro. Got one Ford, 5 Chevys, and 2 Toyotas in tonight's race.
Yep. With the smaller number of people showing up this week, sometimes those manufacturers struggle a little bit in their numbers. This actually was a question I wanted to bring up to Mark, but I can bring it up to you.
I don't have an answer.
Do you own, well, you have to own it to be here, but which Xfinity did you choose first?
Ford. You're talking about paint?
No, manufacturer.
Oh, Ford Mustang all day long.
Ah, any reason or?
Well, I grew up with Fords. I grew up working on Fords, so I was a Ford guy from the start. And yes, I pushed my Ford at least once a month. It lived up to its name.
Pace car's off.
Green flag, green flag.
And there is our green flag, and there they go across the start-finish line, and it is going to be that 33 out front early with the 88. Going to have a little bit of a challenge from the 31. That's going to be Devin Johnson. He is going to be looking to the inside. Got a little bit of draft from that number 33. And looks like, oh, we got somebody in trouble back there. And who is that going to be? That is going to be the lonely Toyota, or one of the lonely Toyotas of Hernandez. He is going to be in the wall, and he has smacked it hard. He smacked the inside wall and lost the steering, and now he is going to be riding that outside safer barrier. Now the caution has not flown, as he may have to tow that car back to pit road, but coming to lap number 1, it is going to be it might be the 31. That was a very close race coming to lap 2. Grant?
It was, and it was the 31 that got the lead. They are being very loose up there up top. Again, tire wear is going to be a factor for the whole entire race. It's going to be an interesting choice of what lane they will be.
You got that Napa.
You actually see a few of them getting loose out of 4.
Yeah, so this is a car that I don't run very much because it is naturally loose. Even at a track like Atlanta, the 51 almost got into the 39. And the 39 is going to be loose. Oh, is he going to save it? Nice save by the 39, and that is going to be Dominic Privet. He might want to get that belt tightened a little bit.
I think a few of these drivers are going to need new fire suits after this race. Alexander Palma still leading that bottom lane with Devin Johnson on the outside. Working hard to keep that lead. Is he going to clear the 31? No.
Not going to clear 31.
Turn 3.
Yeah, not going to clear that 31, but the 51 is very hungry, and I sorry.
Oh boy!
If
If
only
you don't hear from us again,
we know why. well, looks like Dominic Privet, he does have a little bit of help, and he has actually caught back up to the back of the pack, so that Toyota is not out of the question yet. Patrick Hernandez, he is getting back out on the track. He had to tow, and he had to use up one of those fast repairs. But 120 laps, that's a lot of laps. So we only completed 5, and it's been a close pack racing with a little bit of trouble coming out of 2 and a little bit of trouble coming out of 4 with some of these cars. But most of these cars using that high line. Got a 3-car pack on the top, and looks like a 5-car. Nope. So now it's a 4-car pack up top and a 3-car pack down bottom.
yeah. Now Patrick Hernandez will be able to get some laps back with our 2 stages today, being at lap 30. As we actually saw the 51 there, as well as the 88 getting loose.
Now,
making it that Alexander Palma doesn't have any help on his inside.
Now you got into the race a little bit early, and you were calculating the fuel. How many laps can they go on?
By the numbers, if they are out front and having no draft at all, they will be able to do only 49.5 laps. I'm showing on my calculator here. Now, with the draft, they'll probably make it, at most, if they're really saving, like if you're Dominic Privet in the back there, you probably could actually make it be like 54 laps on a tank, but you would be all alone in that aspect. Super Speedway races are always an interesting one in regards to fuel mileage, because when you're out front, you don't have any draft, so you're not being dragged along. So you're having to use more fuel than the guys behind you.
Absolutely, and it's still one big pack race, and there you see the 9 trying to use a little bit of side draft on the 51, but it did not work. He didn't slow that 51 down very much, as there is a 4-car pack on the top line and a 3-car pack on the bottom line, and that 3-car pack is doing just as well, just as good as the 4-car pack. Still, they are still trying to utilize that side draft to just a little bit. 51 goes down below on the apron. Now he's going to be loose. He collects it. But is he going to be able to save it completely? Yeah, he's going to be back up on the track, and luckily, like you said, that stage break will be at lap 30, but he is going to be falling way behind, and we'll put up the track map for you and show you where he is going to be sitting with the leaders. Patrick Hernandez is going to be showing 3 laps down. So, does he have a chance without very many cautions that we might not see very many cautions? So does he have a chance to get back on the lead lap? Because by my calculations, he'll get at least 2. If he doesn't go another lap down, he'll get 2 back and still be a lap down.
Correct. Now, it may get dicey near the end of this race, or even at one of the restarts. So he may be able to get a lap back at that aspect, but we'll have to wait and see.
Well, we got a new leader out there, and that is going to be Joe Tardif. He has got that 88 riding around out front just by a bumper. Not going to be able to hold it, as the 31 is going to come off, use a little bit of side draft, and is he going to get the run off of turn number 4? Yes, he is. He did not hold that lead for very long, maybe about a half a lap, so he is not going to get that bonus point as of yet. He's going to have to work a little bit harder, as everybody else is going to be riding around on that top line and leaving that 88 and the 33 out to dry. You got the 31, you got the 9, you got the 39, and the 14 all on the top side, using those bumpers as much as they can without getting the other guy loose. But the thing they got to be careful of is you cannot push the pusher.
Correct. Now, Atlanta, being how it is actually harder than the other super speedways to push, because of how short the straightaways are in comparison to Talladega and Daytona. So most of these runs, they're going to have to work hard pushing to actually make any kind of run actually work.
Well, the 14 did get a little bit out of shape, and it looks like he is making up a little bit of ground. He got out of shape and maybe has scrubbed the wall just a little bit coming into turn number 1. We saw a little bit on the camera while we were on him, but doesn't look like there's a lot of damage, and he is making a lot of ground up as he disappears off the camera. For a second, he's playing peekaboo. Got a little bit of connection issue with his internet, but he is... Even one car is able to make up so much ground here at Atlanta Motor Speedway as the 33 and the 39 almost make contact, and it looks like the 39 got the worst end of the deal there, and he may have got a little bit of left front damage. What do you think?
Well, looking at him,
I'm going to go side by side.
I'm not seeing any damage from the cameras, but you never truly know. Kind of hard to tell sometimes with how the hood is. They're squabbling, for the lead still. In between these 4 right now. Now, Dominic Previc and Travis Stroney, they're both in that bubble area where they could probably still both catch back up to this path because of how strong the drafting can be.
Oh, Dominic Privet, he's already right there as the 9 collects the wall just a little bit and comes off, and it looks like he is going to get a little bit loose as he does the crossover. But Josh Privet, he did catch the wall, and the 14, he's right there. So they have caught up with the pack unless they slowed down and waited on him. You know, those 2 cars are pretty fast, and let's go back and take a look at the lap times. Wrong button. Last lap times. It looks like, yeah, they're all running pretty fast lap times, 31s and low 32s. So
yeah, this is the starting point of where tire wear is really going to be a factor, depending on what lanes you've been running this whole time. They are slowly catching Patrick Hernandez again because he doesn't have the draft. He's just in no man's land, hoping not to get lapped again.
yeah, and that will put him 4 laps down. And you know, the way they've been racing without that caution, they will have no chance of getting back on the lead lap without any cautions. We only got about 12 laps to go before we see that first yellow flag.
Oh, Dominic.
Oh, he's going to be loose.
He saved it again. We really got to make sure he's getting a new fire suit after this race.
Now, the 9, on the other hand, he does look like he has a little bit of right front damage, and I'm going to take a look at that right front. Yeah, he's got a lot of right front damage, but that car is keeping up with the draft like there's no tomorrow. The whole right side of that car is scraped up, banged up. So I foresee him going into the pits and getting a little bit, using one of those fast repairs that they do have. And 33 is going to get loose. He's going to take it down to the apron. He's going to have the 9 right there. Ooh, 9 had to check up before they made contact, but a little bit squirrely.
Yep. One thing that you'll always oh no!
Oh, there's going to be our first caution. The 9's going to be involved. The 14's going to be involved.
Oh my gosh.
And the 31 is going to be involved.
Hi, my car is making a funny noise.
And I'll let you...
Already on it.
All right, looks like
first off, Dominic Previc touching the wall, but Devin Johnson got loose in turn 3 there, collecting Stroney, who was up, right behind him, and just couldn't save it at this point and got into Josh Previc. Pretty much nowhere for all these guys to go, and yep, the 39 Dominic Previc getting some damage as well.
Well, that is going to be a saving grace for the 4. He's going to get one of those laps back.
Yeah.
Yep, he's going to get one of those laps back. And Devin Johnson, he is, wait a minute, not Devin Johnson. Who was way back there? That was Eric Wolf.
Wolf was
yes.
the one.
All right, so our first caution of tonight. Sorry, I do not have the flags set up, but... So we would usually throw a flag up for that. But pit road is definitely going to be busy. They are going to go ahead and get those 4 fresh feel goods. They do have 6 sets of tires here tonight. As we see, tires are going to be very, very important. And Joe Tardif, he is going to be off of pit road. He's going to be up 1 position from where he started. You got Palma. He's going to be down 1 position from where he started. You got Devin Johnson right there in, Eric Wolf in 3rd. Great recovery by him. Devin Johnson, he is going to be maybe coming out fourth, but he's got a lot of car repairs done. Wait a minute, they don't have fast repairs here?
They do. They may not have had it selected.
Oh. Well, if they
Yeah,
didn't
they have 2 fast repairs here tonight.
well, a lot of them chose not to use them. Devin Johnson, he's going to be coming out. He's still going to be missing a back bumper. You're waiting on Dominic Privet to come out. And Josh Privet's still going to be in the pits. And Stroney, he's going to be in the pits also. So
Now, for all we know, they may be trying to save them maybe for the stage. We don't know what their plans are, but we do know that Patrick Hernandez is now going to be 2 laps down. And if he does not get involved in any more of the yellows, because since we're still expected for 2 of them,
Hang on, we're not going green. Not
he
going
can
green.
get back on the lead lap by the end of the second stage.
and it looks like they have extended the yellow so everybody can get out of pit road. And Devin Johnson, he's going to come down and probably use his fast repair. Once again, you probably called that. Probably didn't have them checked, and they're probably extending it so everybody can go in and use those fast repairs.
So let's see the answer to that. Yep, he has used the fast repair now. Probably
It
also
was at
topping
this
off
moment that
on
he
fuel.
knew he fucked up.
Kinda. Now, it is going to look like it's going to be, I believe, a 6-lap shootout for the stage.
I think you're right, because we'll go green at lap number 24. So yeah. Now at this point, okay, so at this point, I would have stayed out, grabbed the, maybe save my tires. But I mean, they have 6 sets, so I don't think they're really hurting for tires. I don't know. The way these new tires have been, at the first start of the stage, I would have probably taken, kept the tires that I had on and stayed out for the track position.
I would think so too, but from my experience, you would want those fresh tires because you are actually having to lift a lot in the turns on these older tires.
Oh, we got Richard out there in the chat saying 8 cars. Yes, sir. Only 8 here tonight with Impact Racing. Not exactly sure where everybody is at, but they're trying to put on the best show that they can. And, hey, we're here to do a job and make sure their content gets out. So hopefully you are enjoying what racing that you are seeing, because they have been putting on a pretty darn good show with unforgivable track conditions.
Yeah. See Travis Stroney catching up to the field.
Sorry.
Sometimes you can't help it. I get it. Pace car lights are out, so we're going to see. Looks like Joe Tardif has chosen the outside lane for the restart.
Alexander Palma, he has been really good on these restarts. He only got 2 cars on the high side, and now the high side has been really fast with the runs off of the exits of the turns. And the 51 did not get the best of jump. And look at the 88 got a pretty good jump on that outside. I think the inside lane was sleeping.
I think so too. Now, one thing that Joe's probably going to do is just probably either slide down in front of Alexander Palma and maybe try to coax everyone up to the high lane as he's blocking a little bit. Alexander Palma to his outside. Got Josh Privet for help. That's tied out of turn 4.
Almost 3 wide.
3 wide.
Wow, that would have been a move of the night. As you know, we only have 5 laps to go in the stage, and we are on our side-by-side action. So you can see what I'm seeing, and you can see what Grant's seeing, and maybe some different camera angles.
I'm seeing that 51 of Eric Wolf wiggle a whole lot right behind Joe Tardif as they're coming around finishing lap 26. I'm sorry, lap 25.
Now, it's very interesting to see the 39 did not come back in and take his fast repair, because the left side of that car, unless he got into an incident, you know, the left side of that car is still crumpled up. So he is still hanging in the draft, but he's got some damage still on that race car, but it's still just as fast. I don't know if he's got a top contender race car with that damage, but still hanging in there, right there in 7th place. Got 8th place of Patrick Hernandez. He got it one of his laps back, so he is going to be riding in the 8th place. Actually, no, they extended the laps, and he is back on the lead lap. So
See, I'm still showing a lap down in this instance.
So let me go back full screen and make sure my stuff is.
It's showing you last lap, not.
Oh, yep, you're right. That's what I get for being on vacation.
But it does look like he got an extra lap back.
Yeah, so at the stage break, he will be back on the lead lap. But you can see he is being very conservative here, you know, not challenging for.
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness.
Caution, yellow flag.
And a basic maneuver, so that's going to put him back on the lead lap, and that's probably going to be the stage right there. We're going to have to go side by side and, you know, take a look at what happened. And Travis Stroney, he is going to be right now the leader, up 6 positions. And I'll let you call the race wreck analysis.
Following along with Eric Wolf here, he was the leader coming out of turn 2. Probably went slow-mo a little early. Sorry about that. But it looks like... Oh, Joe gets loose on the outside on the exit of turn 2 and hooks the 51 of Eric Wolf. Nowhere for everyone to go. I think everyone got a piece of that action, except for Patrick Hernandez. Unless he hit the inside wall, I think he was clear.
So Patrick Hernandez, yeah, he made it through. He never touched the wall or anything. So he is going to be good to go to be back on the lead lap. Now, some people have already used their fast repairs. 14 has still got a little bit of damage, but I don't believe he's used one of those fast repairs unless he went in and just got a little bit fixed earlier. But
now it could also be one of those aspects that, for say Dominic Privet, with that damage that we do see, it probably was already all fixed, but it could be just that visual type damage that cannot get fixed unless he does use a fast repair. It may not mean a whole lot in the aerodynamic field, but it could just be a slight parachute.
well, let's see. We got Privet in the pits. We got Wolf in the pits, and we got Tardif in the pits, and they are all down and away. Everybody back on the lead lap now. We'll see Patrick Hernandez go back to the end of the longest line because he was the lucky dog. Got about 5 viewers out there in the chat. Appreciate y'all stopping by, spending your, what's today, Tuesday evening with us.
I forget what day it is all the time. Looks like after the pit stops here, looks like Travis Stroney and Devin Johnson did not pit.
No, with only 5 laps on their tires, if that. 3 laps, actually. 3 laps on their tires, I would have stayed out too. Save that set of tires. The only ones that would probably, that if I was involved in an incident and flat spotted the tires, I would probably have came in and took them. .39 did not fix any damages.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
Looks like we've extended the yellow one more lap. for Patrick Hernandez to actually make a pit stop.
All right. Well, what do you think about the racing so far?
I think it's been interesting enough. A lot of people have been scrapping for his position, making sure, like, learning of what they can do, what they can't do.
All right, pace car's off. We're getting ready to go back. Green flag racing with
Green,
Stroney.
green,
He is
green.
taking the green, and there he is. He's got a really good jump with the 39 of Dominic Privet. He is going to overtake the second position, leaving the 31 sleeping at the line, and the 14 just blinked out right in front of Dominic Privet. And there comes that outside line. They're going to be making a run for it coming out of turn number 2, and the 31 may be the leader coming out of turn number 2, and he is going to be able to take the lead. That's going to be Devin Johnson. He is going to have it, and how long can he keep it? I believe that damage that's on the front of that 14, it is going to be slowing him down just a little bit as everybody is looking to go around that number 14 on that low side. So that Caterpillar power is not there at this moment in time. That Toyota is a little bit slow, but he looks pretty fast in the draft. So once he's got a little bit of help right there in front of him, coming into turn number 1, he makes up a little bit of ground, but he's not able to get that car out in front in clean air and keep it. 31 is doing a really good job of trying to control the lines on the backstretch, and here he comes. Here comes the 33. That's going to be Palma. He had the pole when the race started, and he is going to take first place back as he makes a good little charge on the low line with the 14 in tow. He's going to go up to the top line, give the 31 a little bit of drafting, but not going to stay there for long as he goes down and he elects to take the bottom lane in front of the 14 once again. Oh, we got somebody in the wall. That's going to fit 51. Eric Wolf is going to be in the wall, and around and around he goes.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Loving that button today.
There's only 8 drivers. They're going to have a little bit of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Alex Palma, he is right there back in the lead, and he is going to take the green flag when we get back from caution break. But while we are under caution, and we're going to take a race analysis.
Just looks like Eric Wolf entered into the corner just a tad bit fast, and it snapped loose on him. Was able to keep it off everyone else, luckily, so no one else got involved, but that was really close for Patrick Hernandez, who had just gotten back on the lead lap. Dominic Privet did spin down to the inside, but I think that was just an avoiding action, hoping not to touch anyone.
Do me a favor, hit your space bar.
Sorry.
There we go.
I sometimes forget that shows up. I may have some controls on my cameras, but when it comes to slow-mo and stuff like that, it doesn't work, unfortunately.
All right, pit road busy once again. Joe Tardif, you got Devin Johnson, you got Dominic Privet, and you got Eric Wolf all in pit road getting their services done. Now, how many fast repairs do you think they have left? I know that 39, I don't believe he has used one until now. I don't even think he used it because that spoiler looks like he's got a little bit of damage. Yeah, it still looks like he is a little bit beat up and banged up. But looks like the 51 is still going to be in the pits. Hey, Connor, how you doing, buddy? Connor out there on the stream. Appreciate you stopping by and watching the race with us. Nice camera angle. Where'd you get that?
I think I bought some of my cameras were bought, some of them were made by me. Spending a lot of time learning how the F12 menu worked.
On the points again. So yeah, yep. I've been kind of messing around with that too. I haven't adjusted the car cameras for the Xfinity, but I did do a little bit for the next gens. Which I do not like the nose cam. I had to actually change it to the roof cam. I like that.
Yeah.
Like that view.
One of these days, I could try to teach you how to make your own camera pack. Because this camera will, you know how like there's TV1, TV2.
Yeah.
You can make your own, and it's quite easy. You don't need to download a thing. It's all in that F12 menu.
Well, I got kind of spoiled because Billy Davison, a little bit of bumping going on the track. Billy Davison, he actually sent me his camera pack, and it's been pretty darn good. The only cameras that we do not have is for New Atlanta. It's actually got a camera pack for Old Atlanta.
Yeah, the same is true for me. I'm just stuck with the standard TV cameras, but I have made it that all the TV cameras are mixed together. So iRacing just randomly chooses one whenever it's available.
Well, the pace car lights are off, and we're getting ready to go back. Green flag racing, and we'll go ahead and throw the track map up, and it looks like everybody is still right there. It looks like Eric Wolf is still going to be in the pits, and he may have used all his fast repairs on. And it looks like we got a little bit of confusion on. Oh, the 19's in the wall. We got a little bit of confusion going on.
A little bit of a stack going. What is happening?
Flags in the air. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Ooh, let's go racing, boys.
I'm overhearing over the race comms that it was something in regards to his VR headset.
Oh my goodness! So 51 is going to be out, but we have a pack that is just running by themselves. The 19, the 39. Looks like the 88 and 31. They're going to be running all by themselves. You got the top three up here in a line. That's going to be the 33, 14, and the 9, all running single file.
Eric Wolf is back out on track, currently 1 lap down, but is about a quarter of a lap in front of the leaders. So by the time, if they catch him, he'll have to unfortunately go 2 laps down.
Well, the good thing is he's got 21 laps. If he can stay on the lead lap, or not let the leaders pass him, he may be caught, but if he can keep the leaders behind him, he'll still be on the lead lap for that stage break at lap number 60. That'll be halfway there. Maybe he can keep up a fast time to stay in front.
Looks like everything's starting to get sorted with the second half of the pack that I'm watching. It looks like they're actually catching the front pack very quick. Caught up to them by 0.6 last lap. Being led by Dominic Privet with Joe Tardiff right behind him. Devin Johnson just behind. Patrick Hernandez rounding out the rest of that pack. They've caught him.
And there goes the 39. He is going to make a move to the inside on the 14, and he is going to be there as they go into turn number 1. And I got it to you on side by side. You are riding around with the 39. He is making some moves, and I'm riding on the outside. You're riding on the inside. That's pretty good. Oh, no! Contact! Oh, you got that on camera, too. Oh, my goodness. The 31 got put on spin cycle. He got cycloned all the way down into the turn, and that is going to be Devin Johnson.
It's probably got to be the best timing moments I've ever had. All right, time to go back and see what happened, huh?
That's a lucky break for the 51. Yes, definitely go back and take a look at that.
From what it looked like from the onboard shot was that, well, actually, from that, it almost looks like the 9 got a tiny bit loose and the 39 had a run. The 9 of Josh Privet was probably going to try to stay with Dominic to get around. Oh, no, it looks even different from that angle.
Yeah, you might have to go to a different angle than that.
Yeah,
There we
I'm
go.
going to have to do this.
He goes to the outside. And
Oh, no, it was net code, unfortunately. Looks like Dominic was going to do a little bit of side drafting, and it just hooked the 9 of Josh Privet around.
now, just before the hook, I did see a little bit of a wiggle from the 9, but I don't think that would have affected anything, and the 31 went for a wild ride. And it looks like he is going to have to use one of those fast repairs.
Yeah.
And that could have
We're
been...
going to enjoy doing this really quick.
On board, here we go. And goodbye.
Oh, just nowhere to go.
Dang.
Able to drive from that? Yes, he is. So he was just down pit road, and he did just get, and he is actually caught up with the field right now.
Now, Josh Privet, he has no front bumper. He is going to be up 2 positions from where he started this race, but he's got no front bumper at all, and he might be out of those fast repairs.
Very true.
$14 still holding on to that damage that he's got. $39 still holding on to the damage he has. And everybody back on the lead lap. Okay, so everybody's coming down pit road. You got
Actually, Devin Johnson has gone a lap down, probably trying to take that last fast repair.
Oh, yep. I do see that. Good call. The 9 is bringing his car down.
They may extend this caution 1 lap because of everyone coming down pit road. Have to wait and see on that call. But right now, the pace car lights did just turn off.
All right, 39 took his fast repair. You got the 9 taking his fast repair, and the 51 is back out on track. And it looks like Patrick Hernandez, he is going to be on the lead lap still. So you got 2 Chevrolets up in the top row. You got 2 Toyotas in the second row. You got 2 Chevrolets in the third row, and a Ford and a Chevrolet in the fourth row.
Looks like everyone is caught up to the field. We may be going, I would say at this point, we're going to go green this time by. Finish out lap 43 of 120 with about, what is it, 16 laps to go before the end of the next stage?
Yes.
Now it's going to be interesting, that inside lane.
Wait a minute, what, how many laps?
43.
Okay, yeah.
Alexander Palma and Travis Stroney there on the inside. Both have been on those tires for a good number of laps.
Green flag,
We are back green racing.
And I thought
Alexander Palma has been out on the track for now 15 laps on those tires, while Travis Stroney's been out for 23.
well, you know what? We got we got a few laps to go. What do you say we crank it up just a little bit? What do you think? Let's do it. All right, and we are back. I hope you enjoyed the Crank It Up session as we have about 10 laps to go here in the second stage. And we got some trouble going on. What happened there?
Dominic got loose touching the apron there right as you came back.
Dang, we missed it.
Made it that it's now just a small 3-car pack up front with the rest in single file behind them, led by Patrick Hernandez. Joe Tardiff going around Travis Stroney right now. They lost a little bit of time checking up for Dominic Privet, but they'll catch back up really quick.
He barely missed pit road.
Yeah.
I went back and watched watched what happened, and he was on the apron for a second there. But we'll go back live. And I'll catch up with the pack. So we got a 7-car pack up front. With,
Patrick Hernandez getting loose. We were riding on board with him.
So you're not worried about fuel, you're worried about tires. Tires are going to be the main thing that I would be worried about here at this track. And you know, what are the track temperatures? Are they just very hot right now that these tires are just melting?
It's partially because of the track temp being 113. Air temp's 83 right now. About 52.5% humidity according to my stats here. But it's mainly just because of the high speeds and the banking. Doing about 170 to 180 around this track. This kind of banking is higher, well, is at a steeper grade, really, than Daytona and Talladega. They may have higher banking, but the grade that they're having to turn these cars, that banking is actually more detrimental to them. If you ever are riding on board and hear the tires just squealing as they're going around this track, whether they're on the bottom or the high line.
Nice little battle for first place, and that's gonna be Josh Privet on that outside. He is gonna be able to take the lead on the outside just for a moment, but the 33 is gonna fight right back. Alex Palma is making that low line happen, and we got somebody on the apron, and that's gonna be the 19. That's gonna be the 19. He went on the apron for some reason.
It looks like he got loose as the 51 of Eric Wolf slid up the track a little bit in that turn. They're all single file now, except for Josh Privet, who's looking down the inside.
You know what? That threw me off just a little bit. He has actually scored the 4, but he's got the 19 on his car.
That is correct.
Could have told me that. I'm like, wait a minute. Am I calling the right number? Well, Josh,
got a great shot right now of the whole pack from Devin Johnson's point of view.
All right, let's go side by side then.
Just over the shoulder looking at the whole pack right now. Hoping that if there is a wreck, that it doesn't happen in front of them.
Kind of creepy to be looking over people's shoulders. Nice little battle for the lead. Coming across the start-finish line. That 33 is going to be right there on the outside, utilizing that high line. Going to be very high up on the track. Now, is he going to be able to get a run off the corner? As he looks like the 9 got a little bit of loose. You got a little bit of side drafting going on, and that's going to be from your point of view. And you're riding with the 88. Is that right?
I'm kind of switching point of views around since it's changing cameras on me.
So
but right now with Josh Privet, to making sure I get all the action I can, as there's a yellow
That is
for the stage. I didn't even realize we're already on lap 60.
Well, that's definitely going to be what Devin Johnson wants to see, because he was the only car a lap down. So we'll see him get one of those laps back. Nice racing there in that second stage.
Yep. Now here comes the, oh my gosh, the Mustang.
So I was racing. Where was I racing at? I don't know where I was racing at, but the pace truck flew. What the heck? Oh my dogs!
Yeah, the pace truck. I have actually witnessed around. I think it was Talladega. No, it was iRacing Super Speedway. That the pace car came out for a yellow, and then started drifting at like 120 miles per hour around the apron of that turn.
All right, pit road is definitely busy. You got Wolf in, you got Palma in, you got Privet.
You've got everyone coming down pit road right now.
Dogs being dogs. And Devin Johnson getting his lap back. All right, well, we got a few minutes. Grant, tell me who you want to interview.
Let's see. How about we talk to Eric Wolf, since he's going to be the leader after the stage?
I'd love to, but he's... Oh, wait a minute. Wolf is in the... Okay. He's got a different last name. All right. You ready?
Yep.
Eric, this is Richard and Grant up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, what's going on?
Not a whole lot. It looks like you are going to be leading this. You are going to be leading when the green flag does drop once again. Those cars look like they have been a handful. You look like. Do you have fast repair? Because you're missing a back bumper.
I got one left. When I went down it was a lap during the second stage. I was taking optional repairs. I was definitely paranoid that the fast repairs were going to be very, very well needed this race. So I'm glad I still got one left. But car's still fast without a back bumper, so I'm going to say it's a little bit of weight reduction.
Well, that definitely, as long as it's not hurting you, I wouldn't worry about it. But it looks like, you got a lot of competition out there on the track. How are you feeling about the rest of the race? You got about 60 laps left to go. It looks like you probably have plenty of tires, and that 51 machine is pretty fast. Do you think you can hold off the rest of the pack to bring?
It's a
one home?
crapshoot. It's a crapshoot. These cars are fast. These cars are loose. And honestly, I didn't think it was going to be as slick out here as it is today. But you know what? I'm just glad to be here. Glad to be up front. Got a nice pack of cars here. Good pack of drivers. So anything can happen, man. Anything can happen. I do want to just make sure I keep Patrick in my rear view mirror. That's all that matters to me points-wise. So.
Absolutely. Well, we'll let you get back up to the chat there, and wish you luck in the rest of your race.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, let's bring Joe Tardo up or down.
Well, they're about to go green here.
He don't care.
Okay.
Joe, this is Richard and Grant up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, we know that you're about to go green, but we're going to distract you now, so that way you can't win. But I'm just playing. But it looks like your car is pretty darn fast, but this track is being very unpredictable. Can you race and drive, or do you need me to let you go?
No, I can race and drive. You're good.
Well, this track has been a little bit of
green.
a little bit hectic, in out of turn number 2 and out of turn number 4. Tell us how you're feeling, going into the rest of this race.
I need to hang on. I've done a bunch of officials here during the week. I had another league race last week, and the cars have just been a handful anywhere on the top. It's been insane.
Well, definitely, we have watched it as one of those cautions. The 31 got put on spin cycle, and I don't see how he wasn't dizzy from that. But it looks like you've been running pretty darn well. Looks like you're running in the 7th position. We're going to let you get back up to the chat so you can communicate your moves, and we wish you luck in the rest of the race.
Thank you, guys. I see you guys have got a lot of good in-car footage tonight.
Oh yes, Grant definitely has that taken care of. He is
All
on
right,
the ball.
good job, boys.
All right, we are back, and it has been green flag racing for the last couple of laps, and it looks like we have that 14 car. He is out front. It looks like he may have all that damage fixed as he took a fast repair for this second stage. Let's put a ticker up or something so you can see where everybody's at. Call it, Grant. I got to calm some dogs down.
Oh, Patrick Hernandez actually just cut off. And it's loose out of the turn. Is he going to save it? He is. Holy cow. How did he save that?
That was the save of the night, and we'll go side by side so you can take a look and replay that, because that was a heck of a save. And we're going to follow along with the leader as he has broken out to a little bit of about a 0.3 of a second lead. It's not going to last very long though.
Yeah, looks like Patrick Hernandez, might have gone from the 9 of Josh Privet down to the inside, cutting the nose off of Travis Stroney. In the recovery, probably got loose from sliding up the track and just was almost going to spin around at this point. Did an amazing job keeping that thing up, going straight.
Well, Josh Privet did, take advantage of that incident as, he made it out to about 0.3 of a second lead, but he did not hold on to it for very long as he's got a challenge from the 14 with the 51 and the 33 in tow. So they are back battling. So that incident did not slow these cars down any, and the 19 may be a little ways back there, but still a lot of racing left to go, and they are playing with fire, being down there on that apron. I saw ride the apron just a little bit, just before he got to turn number 3.
From Eric Wolf's point of view, it's just amazing sights to see how close these guys are.
Yeah, we're actually on the bumper cam of Eric Wolf, Rochester, New York. And they got a nice 3-car run on the outside with the 14 leading that outside lane, and he is going to tuck himself right behind the 33. Gave the 33 a lot of room as they don't want to bump in the corners, but that Oakley number 9 Chevrolet, he is looking to try to stay up there with them, but that side draft is not helping very much. Ooh, a little bump from the 9. Got the 33 a little bit loose. And that's going to be Josh Privet. All right, Grant, we have watched these 8 drivers go back and forth quite a bit. There's been several different leaders, throughout the night. Who do you have for tonight's win?
Well, it's hard to say because of how fast the positions can change with a super speedway.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that, as a 14 is playing peekaboo with the camera. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that, but this is the tracks where you find out who your friends are, especially being super speedways. This track, Daytona and Talladega, you got to have those teammates up there with you, to have a chance of winning a super speedway race, or they're gonna abandon you.
Yeah. I will say, really, whoever's on the outside lane right now is probably saving their tires more. But at the caveat that it is easier to get loose up there.
Yeah, Josh Privet, and also, it looks like the outside lane has a lot better run as Josh Privet. He had just took the lead over from the 33 of Alexander Palma, from that outside, but he elected to take it down below. But that that inside lane got a little bit tight, and he made a little bit of contact with the 14. But he was able to collect it back and take it right back down, and a little bit of bump drafting from the 33 to the 9, and it didn't get him very far as that highlight just got so much momentum. It's crazy.
Yeah. Bottom lane always seems to work on the corners, but straightaways where the outside lane has the run. I'm actually watching more on Dominic Privet and Joe Tardif back here, as well as Devin Johnson. With them just being in the draft of these four up front here, they're probably saving a little bit more fuel, saving their tires a bit more.
Yeah, nice little four-car pack. Go ahead.
Yeah, still have Josh Privet in the lead on that inside lane with Alexander Palma leading the outside.
We're going to take a ride with Joe Tardif as he is riding around in the 6th position. He's down 4 positions from where he started. Got Devin Johnson down 4 positions from where he started. They are at the tail end. I'm pretty sure they have a little bit of draft. It's showing that he's about, let's say about a half a second back from Privet in that number 39. But I believe he's got some draft, and he's just back here saving what he has. You estimated it about, 49 laps?
That is correct. If they are leading the pack, yes.
So if they're not leading, I'm going to say probably around 50, 55, maybe.
55 would probably be stretching it. I would say maybe 52 to 54 would be the limit.
Okay, they paid it at lap 60. That's 30 laps.
They've been going for about 17 laps right now.
Well, let's pull up.
So they're getting close to halfway through the fuel run. If they stay green, I would expect them in as the 33 is in the wall. Saved it and kept it going straight.
You know what's very interesting? The 14.
Yeah, Travis has gone like long stints on his tires.
He last pitted at lap 21. He is on his second set of tires.
I'm showing different data. I think because of him blinking, it's messed up the pit strategy data. I'm showing that he's on the same level of tires as everyone else.
Really?
Yeah. It's just that his last stint went 39 laps.
Huh. Mine's showing 58 laps. And everybody else is at 19, 18, 19. Yeah. That's crazy. Why? Oh,
yeah.
And then he just blinked out. Yeah, I don't know if that's right.
Yeah, I did see him come down pit road during that yellow, so.
Yeah, and I don't believe he would have took a fast repair without taking the tires. So yeah, there's something going on with his. So I'm not going to trust that information as he is looking to the inside of the 51 of Wolf, and without
I think it's only his because I'm looking at that data too.
Yeah.
And it's only Stroney's data that is not the same.
Yeah.
Looks like Dominic Privet has closed the gap to these four as Josh is loose.
Oh, is that gonna bring out the caution? Oh my goodness. Are they gonna save it?
Oh, that's
Oh,
probably
and the
going to bring
14 is
out
going
the
to
yellow.
be around.
Caution.
There it
Yep,
is.
brought the yellow out, and I have the best view for you on that one. Because I was riding along with Dominic Privet.
Emotional damage.
All right, well, we'll go side by side and let Grant take a look and find out what exactly happened on that incident there.
Looks like Josh Privet just got loose. Got a small tap from the 33 of Alexander Palma, but look how close Dominic Privet gets.
Wow.
88 of Joe Tardif locking it down on the apron, making sure not to hit Travis. And they all make it through.
Not a lot of damage to that 14 either, so he might be okay. Looks like where's he at? Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of damage. He's got a little bit of front end damage, but I don't believe that's going to affect him. We saw him ride around earlier with a lot more than he has now. Nice pace car
As
view.
everyone is coming down pit road, you're going to love this view.
Oh yeah, I like that pace car view. Get the strobes. Well, all right. While we are under caution, we'll go side by side and take a look at our sponsors. All right, and we are back. Still 8 drivers out there on the track. This is our third caution of... No, this is not our third caution. This is our 6th caution. 4th caution for incidents, 2 for stage breaks. 86
Looks like
laps
Devin
complete.
Johnson has chosen the outside lane. Sorry about interrupting you there.
Oh, no, you're fine. Well, the pace car is... Lights are out. Let me go grab me some go-go juice real quick, and I'll be right back.
Sure thing. I'll call the race while you're gone. Looks like Devin Johnson still being the lead with Eric Wolf second. Joe Tardif third, Dominic Privet fourth, Alexander Palma in fifth, Patrick Hernandez sixth, Josh Privet in seventh, Travis Stroney in eighth. Got about 35 laps to go on in the race, and by these calculations, these guys should not need to pit for fuel. That caution came out at the right time that they could fill up those tanks, and they'll be good to the end of the race. The only question is going to be, can they survive with these tires?
It's definitely going to be an interesting factor as we are about to take the green flag once again.
Green flag,
Flags
green
in the
flag.
air. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Ooh, let's go racing, boys.
I love the soundboard. Sometimes. Well, Johnson has taken the lead. He was on that outside line, and he has got a 39 in tow. He had 39 in tow, but he jumped. But Johnson decided he wanted to jump down to that bottom line right there in front of Eric Wolf. Eric Wolf, doing a pretty good job. He is going to look to the inside. He's going to make an evasive maneuver to get to the inside of that number 31 and take the lead right back over as he has Dominic Privet in that 39. Napa know-how. Chevrolet Camaro working his way into the second position. Got a 33 of Alex Palma. He got into an incident earlier, and but now he's back sitting in the third position as they come into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4. It is going to be a 5-car battle on the low lane with 3 cars on the top, and the 39 is giving it all he has to that number 51. With only about 32 laps left to go in the race, it's still anybody's race. Anything can happen, as we've seen this track be unpredictable. Coming out of turn number 4, it is a 2-car breakaway to about 0.2 of a second breakaway, but they catch up really quick with the draft help that Atlanta gives. Coming out of turn number 2, it looks like the 39 wanted to challenge to the inside for the lead, but Eric Wolf had something to say about that as he shut the door. Coming into turn number 3, he got the 33 looking to the outside. That's going to be Palma. He is going to try to get the run coming off the turn number 4, and coming down the front stretch. Here they come, and it is going to be still a side-by-side battle from second back to 5th. Or excuse me, 6th.
Sorry about that. Oh, Dominic Privet. I think Dominic Privet and Alexander Palma just made contact out of turn 2 there.
Man, I've seen some amazing saves here tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, contact!
Oh, no!
Oh, my goodness. And there goes the 33 and the 39. So the 39, he is missing a front bumper. He is trying to get that thing back up and going, and I believe his car's toast. No, maybe not. Oh, there he goes. All right, you ready to do a side-by-side analysis?
Already on it. Ready when you are.
Good deal, good deal. Let me close out this stuff, and it is all you, my friend.
It actually looks like, from Alexander Palma's point on board here, looks like Dominic slid up the track a little bit, making slight contact with Palma. Just looks like he got loose out of turn 4 there and just had to catch the car up the track, and there was nowhere for Palma to go. Almost came to a complete stop. Missing that hood and front bumper.
I do have to say, with the new damage model, I like it.
Unfortunately, the Xfinity cars are not on it. These cars are still on the old damage model. It was the truck that was upgraded to the new one.
And a little bit of the next gen, which he does have a fast repair. He's got the nose back on it. Well, we are back under caution. So who do we want to talk to now? You know what? Let's bring the 39 up here.
Yeah.
Dominic, this is Richard and Grant up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do, guys.
Well, give us a little bit of insight on what happened, because that car took a beating, but it's still out there racing. Give us an insight of what happened from your point of view.
That was, I don't even know how to explain it. Got door checked a little bit by the 33, going down the backstretch, came back up, and the 9 just got to my inside just a little bit, coming off a 4, and the 33 to my outside just upset the handling with the arrow and everything, and next thing I knew, I was headfirst into the wall and spinning in the infield. So thankfully, I was able to, get right to the pit stall, take the last fast repair, and avoid having to go a lap down. So,
absolutely, you got 27 laps left. You just used your last fast repair. Are you going to take it a little bit easier to keep that car intact for the end of the race?
Oh, absolutely. I know. I think we were all in there talking. Think either everyone's out or down to one fast repair left. Nobody's got two, and I think there's multiple people who are out of fast repairs. So it's definitely going to be keep it clean for the next little bit and just make it to the end.
Absolutely. Well, good luck in the rest of the race, and hope to talk to you later.
Thanks, guys.
Not a problem. All right. Well, that explains that. Dang, Grant, I've never seen somebody go through cameras that fast. Holy crap.
That's the stream deck for you.
Like, holy crap.
I have the option of next position and next car. So
Nice.
it's actually from the pace car's point of view right here.
Oh, well, let me see. God, I like that side-by-side screen. And he's off. There we go. All right, pace car is off. We're getting ready to go back. Green flag racing, 26 laps left to go in the race. And there they are off. Off to the races once again here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, brought to you by Exotic Mobile Marketing. And it looks like that 51 of Eric Wolf and Patrick Hernandez, they are going to try to do a two-car breakaway, but they're not going to get very far as Josh Privet, he is going to make his little run, his run out of turn number 2 with Travis Stroney. Is that it? Stroney in tow.
Just forget the J.
The J's. But a nice little five-car line coming out of turn number 4, and it looks like Stroney is going to look to the inside, outside of the 9. And is he going to be able to get there? No, he's going to tuck it right back in between the 31 and the 9. No, he decides he wants to take the middle lane, and he's going to try to tuck it in once again. Coming out of turn number 2, they're going to try to utilize that high side with Privet, Josh Privet, that is, on that outside. Not going to be able to make any moves as of right yet. Coming into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4, the 9 and the 19 are going to be side by side coming out of turn number 4 to the start-finish line. It's going to be a close one. I don't know who had that position, but it's showing the 9 has it as of right now. Coming into turn number 1, the 14's blinking in and out just a little bit. You got 33 almost made a little bit of contact with Stroney, but Stroney doing a really good job hanging on that outside with not a lot of help from behind or in front.
Yeah, Eric Wolf is having to navigate both of those lanes to try to stay up front. Been watching him block Patrick Hernandez on the straightaways and sometimes having to block Josh Privet as he is going 3 wide.
3 wide, very dangerous move. 51 a little bit out of shape. He does keep it straight. But coming out of turn number 2, they are still 3 wide right there with the 33, 51, and the 9. Nobody backing down with 24 laps to go. There we go. We are back 2 wide racing. The 51 decided he wanted to tuck it back in behind the 33. Very dangerous with 20. Still a lot of racing left to go. So, almost a little bit of contact between the 9.
Contact.
Absolutely, and look at the 33. He is going to make a run for the border as the 33 is going to take the low line in and actually make it out into first off that low line pass.
Yeah, Alexander Palma's really proved how well he can do at Atlanta today. Been out front for a lot of times. Got Eric Wolf right behind him as he
They are playing
navigates
with that
the
apron.
tri-oval.
Yeah, they are playing very dangerously with that apron. And
Yeah, there are bumps down there on that apron that could easily upset the car. I've seen in the next gen says there's slight contact in between Patrick and Alexander right there. Coming to 21 laps to go.
And the 51 is going to
They're
look to
3
take
wide.
3 wide. Wow, he was a little bit sideways with them still being 3 wide coming into turn number
Oh.
1. The 33 says, no way, Jose, and backs out of it. 9's going to slide into the 3rd position as Wolf and Hernandez are going to still battle it out up here in the front row with Privet going to be right there giving it all he has to that number 51. And that's going to be That's going to be a battle of the manufacturers right there. You got the Ford, the Chevrolet, and the Toyota right there in 1, 2, and 3, with another Chevrolet looking to take that third spot away from Hernandez on that outside lane.
Yeah, Hernandez has been getting out of shape here. Still out of shape in 1 and 2 right here. Probably using up his tires trying to stay up front here.
Well,
with coming to 19 laps to go at the end of this. Going to be really tight off the corner.
The 33 is really pushing in the middle of the corners, and that car is just sailing up the track, and that is a very dangerous move, as if somebody's on your outside and they are riding, trying to get a little bit of side draps, they might get collected in something that isn't meant to happen.
Yeah. Josh Privet actually just made a move on the outside around Eric Wolf to take the lead.
You know, somebody that we haven't really talked a lot about is going to be that exotic mobile marketing, number 88, driven by Joe Tardif. He is right there in the seventh position, kind of watching all this unfold, as he had a lot of chaos going on right there in front of him, as everybody was pretty much all over the track. But he is just hanging out here with Dominic Privet in 7th and 8th, watching all this unfold, and I believe they will have the 2 cars at the end of this race, because it's chaos up front.
Oh yeah, Atlanta is always a chaos race. Seeing Patrick Hernandez looking on the outside here, was probably loose out of the corner. Ball's in line right behind Josh Privet on that outside lane. Got Travis Stroney right behind him. So much weaving from actually Patrick as he was trying to push Josh to the lead. Getting loose in the middle of 3 and 4. He's going to be able to keep it together. It looks like he is. Travis Stroney's still right behind him. Eric Wolf taking a look to Josh Privet.
Well, still a nice little battle. You got two Toyotas on that outside. Ooh, you got the Ford. Ford looking to the outside. He's going to make a run to the outside, coming into turn number 3. He's got a Toyota pushing him, that TRD Power pushing that Ford Mustang on the outside. Is he going to be able to grab the lead this time by? He's got about a half a car coming to the start-finish line, and coming into turn number 1, it is going to be all the 51, as he's going to sail it down to the bottom lane, leaving the 19 out to dry, as he helped him get there. Now he's going to have to fend for himself, trying to get up there himself. But Josh Privet and Eric Wolf are battling it out for the lead, as the 9 is going to look to the outside as they're coming into turn number 3. Thought he was going to have the run. Now he's going to look to the inside, coming out of turn number 4. Not going to be able to get there. It looks like the 51 put a little bit of a block on there. Barely enough room to slide a piece of paper in between those 2 bumpers. Coming into turn number 1, and this is what Patrick Hernandez wanted to see. He wanted to see these 2 just kind of battle it out, and he's going to slowly sneak up on that outside lane and maybe take the lead away from him.
Yeah, Travis Stroney right behind Patrick Hernandez is helping out, giving him slight arrow push as they're going along on that outside. They lose out a tiny bit as Travis Stroney actually goes to the inside the lane, leaving Patrick Hernandez out there all alone. It's got Alexander Palma actually moving up the lane to come up behind him.
Ooh, 9's going to be loose!
The 9 of Josh is loose.
He was
still loose. Is he going to be able to save it?
No!
No, and others are wrecking.
Wow. Josh Privet dancing with the devil, meaning the apron. And it looks like the apron won that little battle.
Yep.
All right,
we
will go side by side and take a look and let Grant take a look and tell us what exactly he saw from his point of view.
Well, Josh Privet was loose touching the apron. Travis Stroney gave him a slight tap. Was having to check up a lot so he wasn't involved in that. And the 31 of Devin Johnson just had so much more momentum and tapped him in the rear. And there was nowhere for everyone else to go. Joe Tardiff actually had a nice job of avoiding everything.
That's what I was just about to say. Joe Tardiff, you know, we were talking about that earlier, him hanging out in the back, and everybody is almost either out of fast repairs or they have one left. But, yeah, let's take a ride
Here's an onboard shot in real time if you want to see this.
So let's do that.
From Joe Tardiff's point of view.
Wow.
I would have been so worried about Josh Privet coming back up the track that I would have probably actually gotten involved in that. So he did an amazing job avoiding everything.
All right. Well, let's see here. That's going to be our 8th caution of tonight's race. Still, we'll have about 9 laps to go when we go back to green flag racing. Eric Wolf decided not to pit. He's going to stay out here and lead some more laps with Patrick Hernandez going to be restarting in 2nd. Yeah, I got Alexander Palma going to be restarting in 3rd. You got Joe Tardiff restarting in 4th. Put himself in a really good position, avoiding that incident. Stroney is going to be restarting in 5th. You got Josh Privet going to be restarting in 6th. Dominic Privet and that Napa Know-How Chevrolet is going to be restarting in 7th. And it looks like Devin Johnson, he is coming right back down pit road. Maybe getting a little bit of damage repaired as he has a little bit of rear damage to his race car. Wow. I would have elected to just rip the back bumper off. Wow.
Yeah.
But our biggest mover of the race is going to be that number 19 of Patrick Hernandez. He is going to be up 6 positions from where he started.
Yep. And it looks like Eric Wolf on 25 lap older tires than the rest of the field has chosen the outside lane. Probably hoping for a good launch off with actually Joe Tardiff is right there behind him. He's done a good job keeping his car clean and has brought it himself up to the front of the pack coming to the end of this race.
You know, Stroney's pit stop lap is still not changed. Everybody else has.
Oh my gosh.
It's still showing 21. Like, dang. Yeah, very interesting strategy by Wolf, and you know this could be one of those points where he thinks there's going to be another caution, so he probably has a set as sitting in the pit still, and we'll have to see what happens.
Yep.
As we are about to go back green flag racing with that 51 electing to take the outside. Patrick Hernandez is going to be sitting to the inside, and there is the green flag. Nice little nice restart from the 51, and look at Joe Tardiff. He is going to work himself all the way up into the 2nd position from the 4th. The 4 did not get a good start, 4/19. So Joe Tardiff is going to work himself into the 2nd position. Gonna cut down to that low lane right there in front of Patrick Hernandez on that low side. Now they got the 51. The 51 is going to block just a little bit. It got 9 laps to go as we are coming into turn number 3. It is going to be all the number 51 with an 88 on the outside. 33 is going to be helping the 88 along with the 14. Still have the 19 right there looking to the inside of the 51. Not going to be able to get there. Going to have about a fender on
3 wide.
3 wide. Oh no! Oh my God!
Oh no!
Caution, yellow flag.
And there it is once again, the caution. And that looked like a mighty block from the 51. So let me know when you're ready. We will go side by side for that wreck analysis.
Ready to show you the onboard from Dominic Privet's point of view.
All right. Well, we're there.
We're just seeing here that everyone seems to be doing fine here in turn 3 and 4, but Eric Wolf was getting so loose out of turn 4 for being on those older tires that he was forced 3 wide with Patrick Hernandez and the 88 of Joe Tardif. They make a collision in the part of the tri-oval there, and there was just nowhere for Dominic to go, as well as the 33 of Alexander Palma.
Well, that is going to leave Patrick Hernandez taking over the top spot. Now, who are we riding with right there?
Travis Stroney did an amazing job avoiding everything.
Wow. Now, who all has their fast repairs left? I don't believe the 39 has any more left, but he's going to go in and get some repairs done. It looks like the 88 might have a fast repair left, and Eric Wolf is out of fast repairs also. He's still got a lot of damage to that race car, but that number 19 is still looking clean out front with Josh Privet going to be right there on his starting on his inside or outside in the front row. All right, well, we know who has fast repairs left and we know who doesn't. Now, who you got for the end of this race? Who did you call earlier?
It's going to be survival of the fittest. I want to almost say it would probably be in between Josh Privet and Devin Johnson at this point. It really depends on how everyone starts out here.
I wouldn't count Travis Stroney out.
No, I wouldn't either. That's the problem with super speedways. It is a toss-up and a half to know who's going to win. And Alexander Palma had shown how well he was able to do, but he still have been in the pit road getting some repairs done. He might have gotten a dreaded meatball at this point.
Well, we're going to have 4 laps to go. Oh, you know what? Why is that showing that? That's crazy. Oh. I just noticed something that nobody told me about.
And what is that?
I had Asphalt Outlaws up there. Oh, and I'm on the wrong screen. The little things that you find that you forgot to do.
Yep.
Happens.
Have that happen all the time.
Absolutely.
Now, the pace car lights are off right now. Going to have about 5 laps to go right now. Going to be 4 laps to go when we get the green.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm not counting out that 88. That 88 just took his fast repair. You know, he's sitting right there in 5th, getting ready to take the restart. He's probably got fresh tires on that car, and he has no damage, along with the 9 and the 14. So, you know, those 3 cars there are the ones I'm going to be looking for.
Green flag, green flag.
And a green flag is out in 19. Got a little bit better restart at this time, as he has got a little bit of help from Travis Stroney on that bottom lane. Now Hernandez is up 7 position from where he started this race. He started in dead last, and now he is out here leading with 4 laps to go. You got the 9 of Josh Privet. He is going to be tucking his car down right there in front of Joe Tardif, and then 88 coming out of turn number 2 is going to be the 88 on the outside. He's going to be the lonely car with the 14 diving it up to the top lane to give that 88 a little bit of help coming into turn number 3, and it looks like they are going to be side by side for that 3rd position. The 14 and the 9 battling it out. Got a little bit of run from the 14 on that high side. The 19 was looking to do a little bit of block, but not going to be able to do it because the 14 is right there coming into turn number 1. And it looks like the 14 does have a little bit of a run, but still side by side with the 9 and the 14, and the 14 and the 19, or excuse me, the 9 and the 19 have a pretty good run on that bottom side. So it looks like the 14 is stalling out without as much help from Joe Tardif, but Joe Tardif is actually starting to tuck up to that back bumper once again, coming out of turn number 4 and try to make some moves going back towards the front with only 2 laps to go here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, presented by Exotic Mobile Marketing. It's been a long race, and a lot of cautions have come out of it, but it's still been exciting racing, even though we only have 8 cars, and it looks like the 9 is going to bring it up to the top of the track and not going to be able to get there.
Oh,
he
no.
fakes him out. Look at the 51 coming in.
How did he save that?
And he kept first
It's not
place.
over. They're 3 wide.
3 wide coming to the white flag. Will the white flag fly before the caution flag flies? Yes, it does. One final lap to go, and they are 3 wide. And look at Joe Tardif. He has got the best seat in the house as they are 3 wide right there in front of them. And look at the 39. He was involved in an incident earlier, and he is up here battling in a 5-car battle for the lead. And they are looking down below the white line, anywhere they can catch traction. They are going for it. And look at the 9 of Josh Privet. He is going to be riding that high line with the 19 and the 88 right there in tow. Oh, 2 cars in the wall. 19 and 14, and it is going to be
Josh Privet with the win.
And Dominic Privet coming in second. Josh Privet going to be the biggest mover of the race. What a final lap that is. Well, we know. He's got the best sponsor on his car, the Napa Know-How. I mean, I'm pretty sure they got some parts to really fix that car up.
Yeah. I want to see that incident between the 14 and the 19 come to the checkered.
Well, let's go side by side and let you give us an analysis.
Entering turn 3, obviously on the white flag lap, Travis Stroney and Patrick Hernandez were 3 wide on that outside, neither of them having help. Oh, looks like the 19 slid up a tiny bit while Stroney was coming down, and they just came together.
Looks like a little bit of netcode in that, too.
Yeah, it does. To be fair, though, 3 wide Atlanta Super Speedway, it's a bit difficult. Now I'm showing that Eric Wolf actually gets around them, so did they just not have enough momentum to keep going?
Oh,
looks like it.
Looks like it, and that was a close one. That's probably about a 10 to 15 mile an hour difference right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just able to
so
get around.
Eric Wolf, riding a little bit back, gets 4th place because of this.
All right, let me put the finishing order up there, and we'll bring our race winners up. And you got Josh Privet. He is going to bring home the race win with Joe Tardif sitting in second. Third is going to be Dominic Privet. Fourth is going to be Eric Wolf. Fifth is going to be Travis Stroney. Sixth is going to be Patrick Hernandez. Devin Johnson going to finish out 7th, and Alex Palma in 8th. Even though a small field had some pretty exciting racing, and let's go ahead and let's find Mr. Dominic Privet and bring him up to the booth. Let's see, Impact Racing, there we go. Oh, they're already there.
Yep.
Dominic, this is Richard and Grant in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Well, that last lap was a pretty exciting one, as y'all were 3 wide at one point, and you were sitting right there in the catbird seat and had a very good look at it. Tell us what was going through your mind in those last couple laps.
It was last couple laps. It was definitely just play it safe. I knew it was going to get intense. Just try to be at the back of it, so when it got crazy, I could take advantage of them all checking up. Was able to do that. Unfortunately, there was some contact in front of me between 2 of my good buddies, Joe and the Eric there in the 51. Not really sure what happened. Looks like they just got real close to each other, and then just made a move. Followed followed Joe and Josh, my 2 teammates, and were able to bring home 1-2-3 finish for JDJ Motorsports. Felt good to finally get that monkey off our back.
Absolutely, that car was a little bit beat up, but it was still able to make some fast laps and you were able to bring home that third place finish. That's a great job. 120 laps underneath your belt at a very small super speedway, but like you said, got that monkey off your back. Congratulations on that third place finish. You were up 2 positions from where you started, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was a tough race. We wish we had a little bit bigger field, but in the end, it was a good finish for the team and build some momentum going forward.
Absolutely. As next week, y'all are headed into
Indianapolis Road Course.
Yes.
No, it's actually we actually made. I didn't update the graphic. That's my bad. Chicagoland is actually next week. So because we moved some stuff around earlier in the year, and we replaced the original Chicagoland with Iowa, moved Chicagoland back, so we're at Chicagoland next week actually. So
Gotcha.
All right. Well, how are you feeling about going into Chicagoland?
Chicagoland's a track I enjoy. It's especially because running there in the nighttime, which is I believe what we got set up. I'm not sure. I have to double check. I think that's what we got. Multi-groove, real fun. Strategy comes into play a little bit there with the fuel and everything. Always does. But it's just a great racetrack. Always good races we put on there.
Absolutely. Well, it sounded like that car on that last lap had a squeaky belt. So go ahead and take that on into the Napa store, your local Napa store, and get that belt changed out.
We're gonna go through all the belts this week at the shop, make sure they're all tight, ready to go for next week.
All right, man.
Thanks, guys.
Not a problem. All right, Grant. Well, it looks like we have Joe Tardif in the booth also. So I'll let you go ahead and take that interview.
Oh, Joe, do you? This is Grant and Richard in the booth. Do you hear us?
Yes, I do.
Tell us, what was going through your mind on that last lap? Seeing that 3 wide in front of you.
Chaos.
Don't wreck.
I was push the 9. He's a teammate. I tried not to leave his bumper and then hope I could make a move off the 4.
Yeah, you spent most of the race just in the back, didn't you? Just trying to keep that thing, all 4 corners of that car together, huh?
Yeah, after that first spin where I wrecked Eric and turned down and caused the whole pack to have to use a fast repair, I decided to just chill in the back. And once we got, after the second stage, I was going to start positioning myself.
Well, you definitely positioned yourself pretty good as you started in second, you finished in second. So that's going to be able to allow you to carry a little bit of momentum going into Chicagoland next week. You're doing.
What are your thoughts about Chicagoland?
I absolutely love Chicagoland. It's probably one of my best ovals. I won some officials there, some league races there. It's one of easily my favorite tracks and one of my better tracks.
Absolutely, and you are actually right above that cutoff line for the playoffs. Tonight's second place finish is definitely going to help you, move up that roster just a little bit in the points.
Yeah, I needed to get to cut line after missing those races because of a personal matter. I need to string some good finishes that should put me above, and then I got to hold on for 2 weeks.
Absolutely. Well, I forgot to tell Dominic, but what happens with those podium finishes, you can give all the shout outs that you would like to give, and whenever you're ready, the floor is yours.
Shout out to JDJ Motorsports, Ocala Design Group, Exotic Mobile Marketing with Daniel Gray. He's a Red Bull fan. I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan, so I decided to don the Red Bull scheme with his company on it and tried to take it to victory lane. I fell 1 spot short, but I appreciate everything he's done for the league and his sponsor.
Absolutely. All right, my friend. Well, you go get ready for Chicagoland, and we will move on to our leader, or our race winner, Mr. Josh Privet.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Josh, this is Richard and Grant up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, man, you put on an exciting show. That that number 9 Oakley Chevrolet Camaro, was there when the time counted. Not only were you the winner of tonight's race, you were actually the biggest mover, which is actually a pretty good accomplishment considering Atlanta was very unpredictable tonight. Tell us how you're feeling.
Feel okay. Kind of had to move through a bunch of guys today. It was kind of crazy. Now for 8 guys in a race, it wasn't too bad, but just kind of made myself put myself in situations that I thought was best, and ended up working out.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely made it through quite a bit of chaos. 9 cautions, 2 were stage breaks, but you made it through a couple incidents. Tell us, how many fast repairs did you have left at the end of the race?
So I did have one left over at the end of the race. There were a couple early incidents that I had. I had to take some optional repair for about a minute and a half. Other than that, I had the one fast repair when Dominic and I got into it. Other than that, I had the one left over.
Absolutely. So you were in pretty good shape if a caution did come out and you were involved. So not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. Like we were just discussing with Joe and Dominic. You're going into Chicagoland. You got 2 drivers. Right there behind you, that finished behind you, that are pretty confident about Chicagoland. Tell us how you were feeling.
I'll be honest. I don't think I've been on to Chicagoland with the Xfinity cars. I've been there with the trucks and next gen cars. I like it. It's your typical mile and a half, really. I enjoy all the mile and a halves. So I'm looking forward to getting to Chicagoland and giving it a shot.
Absolutely. Well, you know what happens with those podium finishes and those wins, man. You get all the shout outs that you would like to give whenever you're ready, my friend.
Shout out to JDJ, Dom, Joe. Appreciate Joe with the push. I know he tried to make a late move, had to try and block, but appreciate them as always.
Absolutely. Well, if that's all the shout outs you got, I'll let you get up there and celebrate with your teammate. And once again, congratulations on that win.
All right, guys. Thank you. See you guys next week.
All right. All right. Well, that's going to be tonight's race here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, presented by Exotic Mobile Marketing. Grant, it was a pretty darn good race. What did you think about it? Give us your thoughts.
I enjoyed every minute of it, so much so that I was losing track of what lap we were on a lot.
Yeah, they made the wrecks. They were exciting to watch. 31 getting put on spin cycle like yesterday's laundry. That was pretty exciting to watch. Pretty much everybody was still there at the end except for one car. It was out late in the race, and that was the 33. But a nice finish. We said watch out for the 88. He was going to put himself in a position to maybe win the race, and he actually finished on the podium in second. Just barely missed an incident right there in front of him. So what an exciting race, and they move on to Chicagoland next week. I don't know. Mark should be back by then. So we'll be all you and him next week. I'm glad I was able to fill in, and I'm glad to work with you there, Grant.
Glad to work with you too.
But, well, we are going to call it a night here tonight. Grant, you got anything else for us?
I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Hope you all have a good rest of your day or night. And just stay safe out there.
Absolutely. All right. And as for me, I appreciate everybody that stopped by and spent your Tuesday evening with us here. With Impact Racing, we appreciate everybody that, stopped in, watched, and, commented in the chat. So, hope y'all have a good rest of your week. And we are going to call it a night. Y'all take care. God bless. And we will catch you next time.